I'm David Trafford. This is the Trafford Vineyard. We're 393 meters above sea level, about 1,200 feet. Between the Stellenbosch mountain behind me and the Helderberg Mnt in front of me, we're the last farm at the end of the valley. So we started, our first vintage was 1992, but my dad and I made really small barrels of wine just as a hobby since 1984. So yeah, we're pretty proud of getting to this stage. I was very interested in nature. I ended up studying architecture, so interested in the sort of creative side of things. So it's always been for me kind of normal to work as closely to nature as possible. You can't make great wines without working closely to nature, because in the end of the day, it's nature that gives us the quality of the grapes. There's a balance between just letting nature take its course and nurturing the process. Sustainable growing really means working as closely to nature as you can. This is a pretty natural environment. We have Bock, you can hear the red-chested cuckoo in the background. Porcupines, occasionally leopards wander through here. There are enough birds and wildlife to have a natural, balanced environment. We have 200 hectares of natural fynbos, and we're only farming 5 hectares of it. So there's a lot of natural land that we look after. And so it's really just being a custodian of the land. It's only going to be for the few decades that I'm alive, and it's going to go on to the next generation and so on to farm. But to farm in a beautiful place like this is kind of extra. It's extra responsibility. It's great to be at this elevation. We have good exposure to the sun. The light is bright but not too hot. It's a little bit cooler than the rest of the Stellenbosch because we're at altitude, but this gives us really powerful wines because we have the build-up during the growing season that's quite mild, and then a warm summer that really ripens the grapes. So you have really good acidity. We don't have over-ripeness, but we have a lot of sugar, a lot of concentrated tannins. Yeah, we make our best wines from this vineyard.
There is this old wisdom that says that the best wines are made in the vineyard with the best view, and that sure holds true for the Trafford, and especially our featured wine, the Syrah 393. That is 393 meters, or about 2,100 feet above the sea, that you can see from the vineyard way out in the distance. The first time we visited the Trafford was back in 2010. We had this small little rental car, front-wheel drive, tried to navigate this mountain road, try to get to the top. By the time we were wondering if we could get any higher in this little car, we saw this beautiful winery against the granite outcroppings of Helderberg Mnt. And that's where we met Dave Trafford, the architect turned winemaker. Dave is secretly in love with the process of designing exceptional wines from the ground up, like a true architect. He has this minimalistic way of making wine, nurturing and nudging nature along in the vineyard, where he makes this intense, concentrated, complex Syrah. Dave put his architectural skills to work designing a vineyard that optimally intercepts the sunlight and fully captures the unique microclimate. Right there in that vineyard, Dave makes the wine. And then he just patiently waits to allow it to come to full expression right in the bottle. Letting nature speak with as little intervention as possible is his philosophy. And the process has worked very well for them. It has resulted in year-over-year award-winning wines with regular, very high ratings from Wine Spectator and Tim Atkins, the Southern Hemisphere wine expert. Yeah, we traveled over 10,000 miles, literally to the opposite corner of the world, climbed the mountain road, and stood in this vineyard where the magic takes place, producing just this mesmerizing Syrah. What an incredible experience that we felt we had to share with you in our featured wine.
Hi, I'm Tammy,
And I'm Jan.
and we are Spoken Wines.
What a wonderful experience at the Trafford. Every year they welcome the gift that nature has in store for them. They nudge it along in the vineyard and then let it come to full expression in their wines. And here we have 3 wines that just represent that beautifully. Of course, the Syrah 393, I don't really need to talk more about that because actions speak louder than words. We came from a far distance. David unlocked the door and allowed us to experience just this fantastic wine. Really, anything from an open flame grill or barbecue seasoned with Mediterranean or Eastern spices will just greatly complement this wine.
Yes, and last night we had it with brie and fig. It was exquisite.
Fantastic.
Totally brought out the flavor. And talking about that, the second wine, the Cab, is an excellent expression of the vineyard just right below the Syrah. Vibrant, layers of dark fruit infused with surprisingly mature tannins for such a young Cab. Very balanced and can easily be drank on its own, enjoying its penetrating, lingering finish, or pair it with barbecue meat, even chicken with the right barbecue seasonings. And talking about vibrant and expressive, here is an excellent Chenin Blanc, South Africa's iconic wine. It's going through a rebirth right now, resulting in some stunning Chenin Blancs being produced. This Chenin Blanc is a great example of that movement. Flavorful, crispy, mineral, and super clean on the finish. Try it with lemon garlic shrimp sauteed in butter, and you will be oohing and eyeing. This was such a great adventure. I am so glad we found this winery at the end of the steep mountain road, and now we're able to share it with you. Experience these wines in your home by clicking on the link below and share it with your family and friends.
And we would love to hear from you how these wines speak to you and share your story. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you can join us on our next journey finding these exhilarating wines with intriguing stories from around the world.
We're Spoken Wines.
Cheers.
Cheers.
You think we got it?